what are we talking about right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
First of all, the Israeli and the Palestinian crisis.
Yeah.
What is it? Israeli and the Palestinian crisis is the crisis of 440 years, where at 1948 it reached its climax when the United Nations established the Israeli land as an official land, and this is and because of this, the Palestinians, who were officially the native land of their own land, of the Israeli, namely Israeli land, but the United Nations did not approve of them as their own country. That's the first issue. The second issue, what is terra nullius? Okay, terra nullius is a Latin word which meaning land that no man's land. But in this context, the United Nations has defined terra nullius as a land where nobody governs the land, but somebody or some kind of organization looks after the land. But the organization or country has no power to change the rules or to govern or to even modify the land's development and as such. Okay, moving on to my first point. Why the Israeli land should be terra nullius? Should be terra nullius. My first point: if the Israeli land becomes terra nullius, all purposes related about religious activities will be free, meaning that even the Jewish, even the Islamic people on the Israeli land and can enter the Jerusalem without
Jerusalem
without any harm. And if we see the situation right now, the Muslims cannot enter. The Muslims cannot enter at all the Jerusalem land because of the Israeli force that forbid the Muslims from entering the Jerusalem land. That's my first point. Second point is about fulfill rights if the Israeli land is status terra nullius. Okay. As we all know right now.
I don't know.
Okay, for your information.
Better.
For your information. Right now, the Israeli force forbids any Muslim or any other religion from entering the Jerusalem, and only the Jews can enter the Jerusalem. But if the United Nations proposed the Israeli land should be terra nullius, the situation will change. Every people on earth have the same rights to enter the Jerusalem land.
Enter the Jerusalem land.
Enter Jerusalem land, either to pray, either to just visit it, or for tourist purposes. And because of this, because of the Jerusalem land and the Israeli land, which has been status terra nullius, no government or force have any power to forbid any people from entering the land. That's my second point. My third and most crucial point. Most crucial point. If the Israeli land is dubbed as terra nullius, in which no government, no country have any rights to govern or develop the city without any permission from the United Nations, thus the Israeli force have no power, which means that the 440 years of crisis in the Israeli land will end. And this is the true intention of the United Nations General Assembly on addressing when they addressed this issue in the 90th conference in 1998. And because of this, thus the 440 years of crisis shall end, and thus no more people in the region shall be cruelly punished, and they will have a same right, they will have a same right across the region. And because of these 3 points, number one, where it enables multi-religious purposes to be done. Number two, where fulfill rights where we could fulfill rights of people to visit the land. And number three, where it would end the 440 years of crisis in the region. And that is all for me.
Therefore,
I urge all of you to
you want us to do what?
I urge all of you to think about the future of our world. To think that why should we continue the crisis of the Israeli and the Palestinians in the Holy Land?
No.
Why we should dub it as a terra nullius, where all religion should have the same right on the land, and where no government, no country could govern the land without any right, without any permission from the United Nations. And that is all for me. Thank you.